No, we cannot do. Like Notepad is just a medium where we type in some text or some tag. That's it. But there must be something which understands the tag. So that something is our browser. Our browser will go through it, and it understands. Yeah, there's a HTML tag here. That means there will be some HTML code inside these tags. There is a head part. Yeah, there is some code will be that is related to the head part of the HTML page, and there is a body tag. Hey, this is where the content goes in. So let's display whatever it is typed inside this body tag to be on the browser. And then comes the p tag. Hey, there is a p tag here. It assumes like, hey, this must be a paragraph. Then let me show it in paragraph style. So that's how the browser does it. So yeah, and the other parts is, yeah, I came back to the previous code. I just hit Control Z, which is undo. You can undo from here to, like, say, you can see undo. So I came back to this code, and let me come back to this part. Yeah, so this is the p tag. P tag is all about. And see here, welcome to my page. My name is Sagar. I'm a web developer. Tutor at Tutoslive I teach. Yeah. So now what I want to do is, like, let me just put a heading to the web page. Like, I just don't want to show it as a plain thing. So in HTML, I'm coming to the class again. HTML has six heading tags. Like, there are six different sizes of heading tags, I say. So what are they? They are heading 1. Oh man, is there something wrong with the platform, I guess. Because H1. So every time I said, this is my practice. Like, every time I open a tag, I just immediately close it and just come back again in between and type the code. So there is H1, H2, heading 2, like such, H3, H4, H5, H6. So that's it. So there are 6 heading tags. So now let us experiment. Like, what font size does it show? So what I do is, like, here, welcome to my page. I say I want it to be a heading. I say H1. Let us see how does H1 show the content. Now let me, for this purpose, let me delete the first paragraph tag. Let the second paragraph be there itself. I don't care. I just save it. Control save and go to the browser. Refresh it. Now see here. This is the heading which I have given tag. You can also see the code like this. You just right click and say view page source. Like, if you go here, see, this is what we have typed in the notepad. It shows exactly like whatever we have typed in the notepad. See, this is a H1 tag. Then I just deleted the paragraph tag, and I let the second paragraph tag as it is. So this is how you can see the code too. Like, if you go to any web page, go to Facebook, go to Google, go to Gmail. If you right click on the page and use view page source, you can see the Google page source. For instance, I'll show. Let me type. So this is one trick. Like, if you want to copy a web page, for instance, say, I mean, this is not the legitimate way, but I'm saying, like, in a way, view page source. So here, this is some Google code. See, Google doesn't even let you copy their code that easy. So looking at the front end, yeah, this is pretty easy, like simple website. Looking behind, Google doesn't let you to copy their code. Yeah, that's view page source is one way we can see the code what we are typed in. Again, if you can see this is again a block level tag. See, it has occupied, though it ends here, it has occupied the place until this point. Then it puts the next tag. See, the next content, I say. See here, there is no tag here, but still it appears in the next line. So that means h1 is a block level tag too. Now let us say I forgot to close the tag. As I was saying like before, what happens if we forget to close the tag? Let's see what happens. I saved it, I went to the browser again, just refresh. Now see, what it assumes is everything after the h1 tag started at here in this piece of code, and it never ended. So it assumes like, hey, it doesn't throw an error, but it assumes like this whole thing is a heading one. So that is again a disadvantage of HTML. Like it doesn't follow any rules. Like it just shows whatever it we have written it here. So for this sake, let me close the code here. So now let's test with the other headings too. H2, then H3, H4, H5, then the last one H6. So now let's say I am H2 tag, like such. So again, the other thing about HTML, it is not case sensitive. Like even if you give, but now since we use this HTML5, maybe sometimes some browsers may understand, like even if I write in capital letters, it may take, but it's not a good practice. That's the reason I'm not stressing on it. Just always follow, like these tags must be small letters, like no capitalized letters. And H3 tag, I am H4 tag. Let that be. Let me do it capital too. I am H5 tag. I am H6 tag. Now let's see how do they appear. I'm saving this. Go to my browser. Just refresh. Now you see, this is H1. And this is H2, which is slightly smaller. Like you see, everything is a block level tag because it's pushing the next content to the next line. So this is H6, H5, H4, H3, H2, and H1. So that is about the heading tags. Like these are used mostly for headings, but all these things which we are typing the tags. These all can be done using CSS too, like using styles. We can, if I want this to appear in the next line, like a paragraph, yeah, I can do with styling. If I want this to appear bigger than this, yeah, I can do it with styling. So we'll be learning about that later part. But these are the 6 types of heading tags. I'm sorry, heading tags in HTML. Now let me just remove this. Yeah, let me ask, like you guys are following it, right? Yeah, it automatically has a font size. Yeah, so it has some predefined font size like H5. I'll be teaching you guys how to just see what font size it has. Everything we'll be learning all those stuff. Yeah, these are the 6 types of heading tags which you use in HTML. Yeah, if you got any questions, any other questions? Until now we learned about the structure of HTML tag, then the basic layout of HTML page, and the p tag, then the h tags. Yeah, cool. So I don't know you're here, right? Because assume you're here. You're gone sometime back. Yeah, we haven't used any attribute. Yeah, we'll be using. I'll be showing. But frankly speaking, we don't need attributes unless until we go to CSS. Like frankly speaking, we do not need any attribute in the basic HTML pages. But yeah, I'll be showing that. Yeah, see attribute. Some attributes doesn't have a value, but every attribute must and should have a value.